Most people believe retirement fails because people don't save enough. That's not why it fails. Retirement fails because people are saving into a system that was designed for a world that no longer exists. A world with stable careers, short retirements, predictable markets, and guaranteed pensions. That world is gone. Today, people are retiring into longer lifespans, higher costs, market volatility, delayed access to their own money. So the real question isn't, how much do I need to save? The real question is, did you build something that pays you while you're alive? Because cash flow retirement beats saving only retirement, especially in the world we're actually living in. Let's be fair, the 401k was not a scam. It was a solution for a specific era. It was designed for one primary employer, a clear retirement age, a 10 to 15-year retirement window, lower healthcare costs, slower inflation. Most people didn't live long enough to stress the system. You worked, you retired, you drew down, you passed away. That model worked because time was short and costs were manageable. That is not today. Here's what most people never hear. A saving-only retirement plan has structural weaknesses, not motivational ones. 5 of them. First, time dependence. The plan only works if you wait long enough. Second, market dependence. The value depends on what markets are doing when you need income. Third, access restrictions. Touch your own money too early and you're penalized. Fourth, inflation erosion. The number may grow, but purchasing power shrinks. And fifth, the most important one, no cash flow. You don't get paid unless you sell assets. And retirement fails when people are forced to sell at the wrong time. That's not bad discipline. That's bad design. Here's the shift most people never make. You don't retire on a number. You retire on income. Cash flow creates flexibility, control, margin. Optionality, stored money sits still. Cash flow moves with you. And in a volatile world, movement beats storage. That's why people with smaller net worths, but consistent cash flow, often retire better than people with large accounts locked behind rules and timing. Delayed access sounds responsible, but delayed access creates risk because life doesn't wait for retirement age. Health events, family needs, market shocks, policy changes. When income is delayed, stress accelerates. Cash flow reduces pressure. Pressure is what forces bad decisions. That's the part most retirement conversations ignore. Now let's talk about travel, because this matters. Most industries collapse under pressure. Travel doesn't. It adjusts. People don't stop traveling. They change destinations, change timing, change lodging, look for better value. Travel is not logical spending. It's emotional spending. People cancel upgrades before they cancel memories. That makes travel structurally resilient, even in downturns. What most people experience is retail travel. Retail travel, public pricing. Algorithm-driven, marked-up, designed for mass browsing. Wholesale travel is different. Wholesale travel is private, is limited access, is subscription-based, exists underneath retail sites, sell exposure. Wholesale systems sell infrastructure. That difference matters. A private travel club is not a travel agency, a booking hack, a side hustle. It's infrastructure. It sits underneath the retail travel system. Instead of earning from markups and one-off commissions, it earns from membership access, recurring usage, community growth, wholesale relationships. That means income isn't tied to chasing sales. It's tied to people doing what they already do: travel.
This is the key distinction. A private travel club pays while you're working, while you're semi-retired after you stop actively building. It doesn't require liquidation. It doesn't require timing. It doesn't require waiting decades. You build it alongside your life. That alone makes it fundamentally different from a 401k.
Let's compare them cleanly. Saving only retirement works later, depends on timing, requires selling assets, shrinks under inflation, locks access, cash flow retirement, works now and later, adjusts with demand, doesn't require liquidation, grows with usage, builds control. This isn't about abandoning savings, it's about not depending on them. Here's the framework. Layer 1, storage, 401k IRA assets. Layer 2, flow, private travel income. Layer 3, flexibility, time, geography, lifestyle control. Most people only have one layer. That's the risk. If you're under 30, time hides risk. If you're over 45, timing matters. You don't have decades to recover from. Market drawdowns, health disruptions, policy changes. That's why building income systems before retirement matters more than optimizing returns. Here's the honest position. A 401k is not the enemy. It's storage, not an engine. Cash flow is the engine. Savings are the reserve. Dependency is the problem, not participation. The old question was, how much do I need? The better question is, how many income streams pay me monthly? That question changes behavior, and behavior determines outcomes.
The people who retire best aren't the ones who save the most. They're the ones who built income early enough to matter. Cash flow retirement isn't about quitting your job tomorrow. It's about not being trapped by it later. If you want to understand how private travel access is being used to build real flexible cash flow alongside traditional plans, that's exactly what we walk through in our private sessions. Because retirement doesn't reward patience alone. It rewards positioning.